Have we got somebody in? Just let me know you're there if you can, please. Oops. Hi, Debs. Welcome. Thanks for joining me. It's very quiet at the moment. Nobody's here. Just the two of us. Not bad. I have been quite poorly this last week, or actually last few weeks. But I'm on the mend now, I think. I'm just taking things a little bit easier than I'm keeping tonight's a short one because I'm still getting quite bad breathing problems. So I've been on my nebulizer to make sure I can start at least. Oh, thank you. Thank you. That means a lot. But I'm creeping back into my crafting a bit now. I've done a little bit this week. And hopefully it'll get a little bit more and more as we go along. I want to get back into my diamond painting as much as anything, because I love doing that. I do. Well, I expected a few being late, but I thought there might be a few more here by now. It's not a quiz all night tonight. I'm not doing a quiz tonight. We've had a bit of an hectic day. Let's say that. But we've had some lovely weather. Have you not? Have you been poorly? Or is it just my mojo's gone? Gone out the window and you know, just needing it to come back. It's awful feeling. I don't know. When you first start crafting, you get into it, you don't realise. Oh, that's me, Deb, as well. My I think my onset of steady slope down was my little dog getting ill and then her passing away, and I just went downhill from there. Really did. Been having trouble with my breathing as well, and I had issues with the doctors. I ended up not seeing a flaming doctor. Hi Tracy, welcome. Glad you made it. I'm only doing a short one tonight, Trace. I'm going to be taking things step by step, a little bit easier tonight for a while. There's no quiz, but I have got some news. Oh my Lord, that's quick. Well, I hope you pull yourself back up, because you're worth more than, you know, whatever. Don't let it get to you. I'm feeling better, Tracy, a little bit better. Quite a good bit better, actually. But I don't want to get overconfident and overdo it and then end up going back down again. So, yeah, I'm gradually getting there. I just don't know where my mojo's gone, really. It's just ridiculous. Me that's always like full of beans. I don't understand this not having any energy. I've got barely enough energy to breathe and crafting. Well, and my diamond painting, my big dragon is still on my big light pad there, and I haven't touched it since before Rosie passed away. Oh, that was a dreadful downer. That really didn't help any at all. But yeah, what can you do? What can you do? You just have to take these things in your stride, I think, don't you? It's I don't know, it's just strange how things can get you down like they do so quickly. Wow, I just never dreamed of anything like this. I think by last weekend I was at really an all-time low, and I think I was heading for a nervous breakdown in actual fact. That's just how I felt. I didn't want to eat. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to go anywhere. I just didn't like myself at all. And by a Thursday, I just took myself to bed and stayed there. And I just cried. Harry came in to see what were wrong. I couldn't tell him anything because I didn't know. I just said, I don't know nothing. Nothing's wrong. It's just me. Oh, I'd love some little doilies, please, if you've got some to spare. In fact, I'll pay you for it. But so much so on Thursday, as I say, I took myself upstairs and in bed crying and can't bring myself out of it. And Harry was so worried that he sent for my daughter. So she came and gave me a punch in the nose. I want to punch your face in. Bless her. And they were going on holiday on early hours of Saturday morning. So she was so busy, really, with other things. But she wouldn't go until, she got me pulling me back, pulling myself back up. It's awkward though, isn't it, when it's... Hi, Victorian Edge. Welcome. Glad you made it. It's only a shorty tonight, peeps. Oh, okay, Deb, thank you. Will do. Hiya, Laura. Darling, how are you? I'm smiling, by the way. A little bit anyway. Feeling a lot better than I did. Still got a ways to go. But I think we're on the up now. I think we've turned a corner and I just need to get my mojo back. That's what I need. I need my mojo. Anybody got any spare mojo? Chuck it my way. Yeah, I was at an all-time low on Thursday, I think. And that's when Harry sort of told me daughter, and she came round and gave me good talking to, as daughters do. So, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I think we all go through stages in life, but I think what it is, I've been getting quite a good bit worse with my breathing. So that, for one thing, was a downer. Didn't help any at all. And then, as I said, losing Rosie, that were like, oh, that just sent me into oblivion. And because it was really quite unexpected, Although we had a feeling that day when she went to vet, so last time we took her. Hi, Soulful. Are we asking, Laura? Are we asking? Me, I've got me big golden dragon on me. Big light pad. I must get into that. Me, I thought you might be. Yeah, I've got me big, you know, my big Chinese dragons. That's on my light pad. I have started it, but I want to get that out and get that finished because I just love it. I don't remember where to put it. It's huge. From keeping it. But whatever. So anyway, as I say, I mean, Thursday was a turning point for me, I think. And I have got to make an appointment to go back and see that woman. I'm going to do tomorrow. I was going to do it today, but something more important turned up. Yeah, I am, Laura. I am, honest to God. We have been here, there, and everywhere. Oh, and this is why. Meet Poppy. Hi, Cassie. This is Poppy, my new baby. Yeah, I know you love love mummy, don't you? Yeah, of course you do. Oh, she's gorgeous. Yeah, this is my Poppy. We well, I went all over on pet thing on internet. Yeah, on Friday, Thursday. I've been looking for weeks. Well, a couple of weeks, but without even knowing that we were going to get one. Oh, baby, how beautiful. A mummy tweetheart. Yes, mummy tweetheart. And she's so good. Oh my God, she's so good. Yes, aren't you? And we've been terrible to you today, haven't we? Hey, she is feeling sorry for herself because she had to go and have her first injections and a microchip done. Oh my God, she squealed, it were awful. The thing is with her, she's a poodle, a toy poodle, and we got her off a reputable website on the internet. It's Pets for You, and they are very breeder conscious, if you know what I mean. And she was the last one in a litter, which is very unusual anyway, because I don't do little boy doggies, I'm afraid. And not anything about it, just I don't do dogs. I do little girls. Mummy likes the little girls, doesn't she? Anyway. And normally bitches go before dogs. But anyway, we decided we were going to go first. So I rang the woman up and she said, oh, yes, all this. And I had to ring her back quick afterwards because I thought, I know she's a poodle, but she's standard or a toy. I don't want a big one. Don't want a big dog. And she says, oh, she's toy. So I said, oh, fair enough. And, excuse me. You know, that one's kissing better, thank you. Oh, and it was a dump. It was filthy. She was filthy. Yeah. And when I picked her up, I nearly threw her up in the air. She was that light, you couldn't believe it, how tiny she were. And she's 13 weeks old today and not had any injections until today. Now, when they go on this particular website, they are supposed to be with the mother until they've had the microchip and the first 2 injections. Plus, they should be fleed and wormed before they come away from the mum. Oh, yeah. And it said on the thing on her where she was catalogued, and it said she'd been microchipped. But when we went to pick her up, It was the guy that came to the door. Harry was trying to fight his way in gate to get into the front garden to door. And this guy came out and says, "Can I help you?" And I said, "We've come about, little dog." "Dog? Oh, I know what you've come for." And then he went back in the house and shut the door to get her. I'm supposed to be able to see her with the mother. And then he come back out with her, shut the door behind him. Says, "I can't let you in." He says, "You know how to get bait. We've got a chihuahua." I thought, a bloody chihuahua comes to bite me, I could launch it across the bloody house, you know. I mean, they're not going to bite that badly. In any case, she should have been where I could see her with the mum. But I grabbed her, gave him his money, and ran. Didn't we? And she stunk. She was stinky. You were a stinky bum, weren't you? She smelled awful. It weren't a nasty doggy or pooey smell. It was just a horrible smell, dirty smell. So we called it to Aldi on the way home, got some puppy food and some bits and bobs, didn't we? Daddy got you a bed. And then when we got home, I bathed her. I couldn't wait to get her a bath. And I can do her in the sink, she's that tiny. So this is Poppy, and this is what's made Mummy a happy lady again. Now telling her she's got a tough act to follow though. With my Rosie. But she's a good girl, aren't you? We've never had any trouble with her at all. One accident, one little tiny poo in Orway. And that were our fault really, because we didn't sort of have an easier way for her to get out. Hi, Honeydew, welcome. What else have I missed? Oh, Dolly and Beanie. Oh, I've seen your little dog. It's a sweet little thing, that one. Jack Russell. Ow, oh yeah. Are you sorry? Me too. Yeah, no trouble. Look at state of this. My gorgeous. She sleeps on the bed with us. It's Poppy, just as in as a flower, Poppy. She's gorgeous. She's a little toy poodle. I've got a sneaky suspicion that there is some Shih Tzu in her because her tail comes over her back, whereas Poppy's poodles have a straight tail, but hers comes over her back. So I think there's a bit of Shih Tzu there somewhere, but I don't mind that. And I love this colour of her. She's like you see, she's a champagne colour. She's actually that colour. It's not the lamp looking at. You can see her face is white, but her ears are like they call it apricot, I do believe. Oh God, she's gorgeous. She's never cried. Oh, first night, though, I must tell you, she's a toy. We went to bed, put her on bed, up and down, took herself down between us, and then she went back down to bed, and she just happened to turn towards wardrobe. And she started growling. There's another dog in wardrobe with mirror. She thought there was another dog there, bless her. So she was growling at herself. Oh, she was so comical. But she's not a yappy dog at all, which I'm glad of, but I didn't think she would be. And apparently, I've read where these toy poodles are the most intelligent of all the old dogs. But I don't know, because I mean, Rosie was quite clever. Got fan on us both here, but she's just amazing. She's slept through each night. We had a Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday. Yeah, 3 nights we've had her. Not a muff. She gets in between us, gets her head down, that's it, off to sleep. Gone. No crying, no nothing. She's got her own bed downstairs if she wants to go to bed, but I've also got a bit of a blanket down for her on the carpet parts of it. She put all the toys there. She doesn't go in bed. Yeah, you're not bothered about your bed. She's got more toys than Toys R Us. Well, they haven't anyway, have they now? But you know what I mean. So, Harry's is smitten with her. He is. I didn't think we were going to have another one, and I think that was what gave me down more than anything, because I don't think it was just that, but I felt like I'd been robbed of some time with Rosie, because she were only 9, and I mean, the Westies can live between 12 and 15, 16 years, and she were 9, so I actually had been robbed of 3 years at least of Rosie. And it was the same way with the Phoebe and Candy. Candy went in the same way as Rosie, in as much that we took her to vets for an X-ray, and we never got her back because he rang us with bad news, and we let him put her to sleep there and then. So I never did get her back. And same with basically with Rosie. But I'm thrilled. Yeah, she's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I love her to bits. And so does Harry. In fact, we're falling out now over her. She's my dog. No, she's my dog. She's my dog. No, she's not. She's my dog. No, we're not really. Oh, dear. Although I have pinched you off Daddy Hunter just so that I could show you. But I thought, well, I'll do a live tonight. I've not had a chance. I've not been good all week up to Thursday. And then Friday we spent a lot of time looking on internet to see if there were any on proper pet chat thingies. Looking for a little dog, and I was going to get another Westie original plan. But most of the Westies were in Wales. Would you credit that? We'd just been on holiday in Wales. And there were 3 together, and they got all little girls. And they were £300. I couldn't believe it, because all the rest of them, they were like 600, 700, you know, ridiculous prices. Hi, Jane. You've just missed her. Just a minute. I'll disturb her for you. Wait, 20, Jane. There she is. Our little puppy. We called her everything. We've called her Rosie. We've called her Lottie. We've called her Polly. Don't we? We're just daft, don't we? Can't catch your name properly. But she doesn't bark. She's ever so good. Hi, Rebecca. Welcome. Yes, so I'm feeling much better in myself, but I've got to go. I've got to try and go and see that woman again at doctor's tomorrow if I can get in. I should be able to. I did ring up and mention on Friday, and she says, "Oh, she's on annual leave till Monday." But then we had to get Rosie sorted out because she'd had no jabs, and Rosie, I'm calling her Rosie now. We had to get Poppy's injections started because she should have been done and had them all by now, and she'd only had the first one today. And they did say she was microchipped, and she wasn't, so we had that. We did that as well. And the squeals, made me feel terrible. But now tomorrow is for my health issues, getting them sorted out. But I'm eating a little bit more, not much, but hi, Peggy. How you doing? Are you seen her? Did you see her? I picked her up. You see my baby? But I'm feeling a little bit more positive. As I say, I've done a little bit of crafting this week. Well, earlier, not this week, last week. I did a little bit, but then I stopped. I had to wait for drying and what have you. So, and by the time, you know, I'd done waiting for drying is when I went slippery. Hi, Caroline. You went here a minute ago. Just let me show you something, Caroline. Look what I've got. My baby. My little Poppy. I did tell her she was going to be on internet tonight. You're not talking to us. Hey, let's lay down again. She does. She lays down nice. Oh, you want one. Isn't she gorgeous? Oh, she were out at Blue, I'll tell you, Friday. We were just looking all over for a nice little dog, and when I saw her, I said, oh, I want her. She's beautiful. Yeah, I am. I didn't know, Caroline. He came in, Harry came in, and he said, Friday morning, he said, I was telling Paul, just been telling Paul that he might be coming home to see another four-legged creature in garden. And I just looked at him. I said, you mean a dog? He said, oh, yeah, where else? So, yeah, that brightened me up a little bit. Made me feel tons better. First, oh, I had to bath first thing. I got my first injury off the bathing her. Because I didn't think, did I ought to put something in the bottom of the sink to stop her slipping. Because it's a stainless steel sink. But I have actually got some stuff I can put down, like a mat, under her feet to stop her slipping, because I shall do her like that again, you know. And I've got all the grooming tattle coming. I'm going to try and keep the groom myself, but I'm brushing her daily. She's not keen. What are you in a mad panic about? What am I missing? Peggy. Let me go back and see what Peggy's been up to. Oh, I've just finished making my Christmas. You're doing your Christmas present. Crikey. I haven't started any yet. I don't really do many anyway. Next door, my kids. Well, my daughter-in-law's mum-in-law. My daughter-in-law. My daughter's mum-in-law, me. Otherwise, I don't bother now. She's a toy poodle, Caroline. But I think she's got a little bit of Shih Tzu in her because her tail was over her back rather than straight. And poodles normally have a straight tail because when they groom them, like they have a black pom-pom on end. But yeah, she's. When I seen, I found this channel I like to watch on YouTube, and it's called Shoe and Tree. Shoe is SHU, and Tree is same as, you know, tree, TREE. And Shoe and Tree are her two dogs. And Shoe is a standard poodle. And Tree, I think, is a cross between a Maltese and a Shih Tzu. Or possibly Maltipoo, whatever. And oh, I love to watch her do these dogs. She's amazing. She's amazing. And she's taking it off like millimeters at a time just to get the head perfectly round. And oh, it's worth watching. Worth watching. Shoe and Tree. SHU and Tree. Yeah, she's good. Good. I love watching it. And she's always giggling at them, and she plays. She gives them all a spa. She's got bubbles, bubble bath, and bath bombs for dogs. And she massages them while they're in bubble bathing, a jacuzzi type thing, and she's massaging them, and their eyes are going really, you know, shutting and going to sleep. She's brilliant. So we like to watch her, and I've been watching her a few times, and well, I've been watching her for quite a long time actually, and I thought to myself, if I get some of these scissors like she's got, I might be able to do them myself rather than, because I've never seen any like that round here from grooms that we've seen, what we've got local. And if it were left to Harry to be shave it all off, You know, there's no style about it. He said it's just whether it's too hot for him, get it off. So, but I wanted to be a little bit of a pot pooch. But no problems with her whatsoever. And I've just had to give her a good hiding, I must admit. Because she went under my desk. Harry'd been wanting to, well, actually, it's Paul next door asked Harry if he could glue him this thing on, because he knows I've got lots of different glues and that. I'm pulling glue off my fingers as we speak, because I stuck myself to the table outside. It's one of these spotlight things, sensor lights that come on, and it had broke, or it had come loose. So he wanted it gluing on, so we've been trying all different glues to get it on. And I'm still pulling it off my fingers. And so, but she loves garden. I tell you what, where she came from, there were no front garden. It was just all junk, like rubble, literally rubble, like building rubble, but just broken bricks and wood, chunks of wood, and here. And looking at the gate that went down the side of the house, I would say at the back of that. So I don't know how on earth they get out. And there were all this stuff on top of the gate, side gate. But yeah, when he came, he just wanted money and that rate gone. You do know about microchipping and vaccinations and all this, that and other, he says to me. And I said, yeah, I've had dogs before. And it went well with him. Said, he said about getting a microchip. And I'm sure it says on advert that she's already done. So I decided to go and have a look, and I couldn't find it. I'd bookmarked it, and then when we'd done all the rest of it, going and fetching her, for some reason I actually unbookmarked it. And so I had to go into my Google history to find it again. I found it anyway, and it said, yes, she'd been microchipped. So today when we went, the receptionist came out with a thing and tried it on, and she says, well, I can't find a microchip. So I said, I had a feeling you wouldn't. But I said, we weren't sure because it did say that she were microchipped, but he said she needed microchipping. So when we went in and saw Betty, well, Lady Vet, I've not seen her for a while. And she actually did the same thing. She tried her. And she says, no, she's not chip. No, I said that. So when I went out to reception, I said, how much it cost to have a chip? She said it's £15. I thought, all right, I'll ring them up and tell them they owe me £15 because it said you've been chipped. But I was going to report them actually to a website because they're selling dogs from just a normal semi-detached house and a scruffy house at that. You should see her in garden. She runs round and round. We've got a lovely, massive, big lawn. She thinks it's great. And she's got all these toys with little squeaky balls and rope balls. And she'll fetch them back to you as well. She'll bring it back. And she has so much fun. The only thing that I'd have to tell her off for, she thinks we should have a golf course. And we don't want a bloody golf course. Digging holes in the lawn. But it's the only thing she does that she shouldn't be doing. So, and she's only a baby, isn't she? Yeah. That's my girl. That's my little girl. And she has got an awfully big tough to follow on. Got a big job to follow, girlie. Because Auntie Rosie were absolutely perfect. To me, she were anyway. She is 13 weeks old today. Oh, thanks for dropping in, Debs. And I hope you're feeling better soon. Do try. I know how you feel though. I do really. It's not good feeling down like that, and I was just going down. So I know what you mean. So uh, try and get feeling better. Send you some healing love. But she's just so good. I can't get over how good she is actually, because normally they'll cry first night or wherever they've been away from parents. Not a muff. As soon as we turn the light out, now then, in our bedroom it doesn't go dark because we've got a big clock on wall and it's got a blue fluorescent light round it. So it keeps the bedroom with a bit of light in. And we only have my bedside lamp on when I'm reading in bed, because I've got I've got the Kindle Paperwhite. Excuse me. And so as soon as I switch lamp off, that's it, bedtime, head down. She's straight down. But she sleeps between us and she doesn't take up any room. I don't know, bless her. But yeah, she was filthy. I had to bath her. Oh, she smelled. And I was just angry. I couldn't get her away from that place fast enough. And I said, even if, I would never bring her back, no matter what. Not going back there. I wanted to bring them all. But she was supposedly the last one, but the photograph that I've got of her, I noticed. It's funny how you sort of go back to a photograph and see more than what you saw before. I saw behind that there were a cage with two more in, two certainly probably mother, and either another pup that they keep him possibly to breed with. This is what's worrying me. But yeah, I was really, really disgusted with the place. And like I said, I was saying that, I said, she's 13 weeks old. She says, she should have had all this done. And I said, well, yes, I know. I said, we only got a Friday and we didn't think they'd be open Saturday. And if they were open Saturday morning, they'd probably be fully booked, because that's, if they open on a Saturday, everybody takes advantage that's working, don't they? So I rang up Saturday because I do know they open Saturday, and I just made an appointment for today. So she's on the, and next door they've got a staffy. She's as soft as, but she's really boisterous. She could knock me flying. And she can't wait to get through. She smelled her under, because they made a gate. And there's a bit of a gap like that under the gate. And she can smell God, they call her Sasha. She can smell Sasha, and Sasha can smell her. And her tail's going, but she's not making a sound. And then she'll look. She can hear her. And Sasha does come in our garden, but Paul said, no, you can't go through now until she's done with vaccinations and all this. And we'll take you through to see her. You've got to be good and you've got to be gentle. So he's keeping her on lead while she gets used to her. But it'll be nice if they can play together, because although they've got a lawn next door, ours is twice their size of theirs. And also they've got a great big chunk of the lawn that they've put limestone chippings in. So it only got a little bit of grass really to go with, but ours is huge. And if she does anything, if his dog does anything on our lawn, he always cleans it. He's really good. He always says, one for you. One for you, Paul. And then this one. She's lovely. I still miss Rosie though. Oh dear me. I've got a diamond painting. I think first one I ever did, and it's of a West Day in a garden, and it surely looks just like Rosie. It really does. It must have been sort of the picture taken on a female, a girl, because there is a marked difference between a dog and a bitch in the shape of their head on a West Day. A boy's more boxy looking, and a girl's more rounded, if you know what I mean, face. And it looks like a little girl doggy on there, and it just looks like Rosie. And I've got it up over the dressing table mirror because I haven't got, well, I'm saying I haven't got any good photos now. Anne Littler had. She took some while she were here, just before she passed away. That because she were here the week before, Anne, and she got some lovely photos of us. So she sent me some through, and I've got them on file, and I'm gonna. Hi Joan, welcome. I'm gonna print them out, and then I'm doing a scrapbook of Rosie. I ain't got much to put in it, man, but I might do one of Emperor in it as well. But I still do miss that little dog. She was such good. She was my, I always used to think, my mum always said Sally was her constant. And I always used to think, what does she mean by a constant? But now I know, since I've lost her, I realise what my mum meant. Yeah, I've got to say, Anne sent me some lovely photos. So I'm going to do some little photos and write some little stories about what she's been doing, what she did in a short time with us. And we nearly got a rescue dog. She was a sweet little dog as well, but she was 4.5. But the woman was so damned offensive. And I just couldn't, I would have loved to have smacked her in the nose. The moment we went, we pulled in, Harry pulled up, got my chair out because we thought we were going down looking at dogs. And we stood waiting ages because she was talking to this guy who was just getting into his van. And they were nattering, obviously somebody she knew for quite a while. He looked like some kind of maintenance fella. So we left them talking and we were talking amongst ourselves sort of thing. And then just as we were going to drive away, this guy, Harry turned towards thing and he was starting to push me towards where dog kennel things were. Excuse me, can I help you? And I said, well, yeah, we're looking for a little dog. Well, the first thing I have to ask you is, are you capable of taking a dog for walks? Because a dog needs to walk. And I thought, I've got a bloke stood behind me, pushing me in a wheelchair, who's walking. Why do I have to be the one that walks? So I said, well, actually, we were looking for a small breed. She says, well, I think I've only got about one that's suitable for you. And she fetched this little dog up. Oh, wait a minute, she was 6.5. She fetched this little dog up and she were a tan colour, wire haired, I would say Jack Russell rough coat with probably a bit of a mix of something. And I said, oh, what's her name? Oh, I haven't got a name for her. She said, we'll let the new owners give them a name. This dog's 6 years old and she's not got a name. And then she moved. I stroked her head, got her in my chair. I stroked her head and she was fussy. Not over fussy, she was nice, you know. And then she pulled her away from me and she stood off to lean against the building. So every time I reached down to get dog, she pulled dog away from me. So I says to her, I says, I don't think so, let's go. Anyway, she says, well, if I were you, I'd think about it for a couple of weeks and then come back and see what you think then. And I thought, who do you think you're talking to? I just could not believe it. But, you know, that's what people are like. So we went round a couple of rescues. They've not got anything. I don't do dogs anyway. I only do females, as I said. It's just me. It's a thing of me. I just don't. I mean, our Claire has dogs. She had Oscar. She had, well, she's got Charlie. And there's just, I don't like the undercarriage. Showing like it does. Mind you, she's always had big dogs anyway, but no, I don't like that. So I just have little girls. And I still have her spayed when she's had her first season. They might actually do it before then, possibly. We had Rosie done beforehand because they told me that she'd got an issue anyway that was life-threatening. She had to have it done straight away. I couldn't believe it, Tracy. I just couldn't believe why she spoke to us. I mean, I was gobsmacked, and I just looked at Harry and thought, where did all that come from? In any case, we're not supposed to be open now. It's not 1:30. My shift doesn't start well 1:30. I think it was 25 past. But there you go. So some people don't want it to, you know. And so I went to a couple of other places where they hadn't really got anything suitable anyway. They were big dogs, which we didn't want a big dog. And one little dog she got, it were a boy. And I think she said he were about 9, and 9's not a good number for me. So, yeah. So I said no. But it were a no-no anyway because I like my little girls. It's not like I dress them up, you know. Although I had thought about making her a little coat with a frill on it. I didn't seem very keen about that idea. It's a funny, doesn't it? It is. But she's just so cool. She's so good. I can't get over how good she's been. And she loves garden. And we both sit. This is me who doesn't normally get up until round about 11 o'clock in the daytime. Yesterday morning, I was sat on my lounger outside at 8:30, drinking 8 o'clock, drinking a cup of tea while she was playing around the garden. I've never done that. But I'm up early. Well, I'm saying I'm up early every morning. Harry got me up this morning. I'm wondering what I'm doing. I've got loose hair somewhere here and my fan's on and it's tickling my ears. That's why I keep touching my ears. Yeah, so I've never done that. Sat outside at 8 o'clock in the morning. Oh, yeah, I know. Well, she won't walk. He won't take walks anymore. Well, I'm saying he won't. He probably would. But I wanted to have a harness, not a lead, not a collar. But apparently, according to our neighbour, I've never heard this, mine, but they now have to have a collar with a name on it. Well, I disagree with that. Because you lose your dog that's got a collar and it says on it Poppy, and even if it's got your details on back, they know what your dog's called. They can chuck that away at her. And they can just call her by a name that she's already known. So I disagree with that, putting your dog's name on a collar. Now, I got that through my dad. My dad was saying he always used to put Maxfield, his surname, on one side, and then telephone number on back. No, I don't think anybody should ever put the dog's name on a collar. We had one that came pestering us. Bless him. He was a lovely little Yorkie. I'm going back some time now, but we're over in East Coast. I'm just trying to think. Withensea. Easington, in actual fact, where we were. With not statics, touring caravans. And there were my mum and dad in one. There were me and Ernie, my husband, and 2 kids in mine, in ours. And our Graham decided, that's my brother, he decided to come over with theirs for a few days, just, to show his presence with us. And we had this little dog kept coming in, and he was called Skipper. And he was such a gorgeous little dog. And at the time, we hadn't realised that Bess had come into season. He would try to, oh my God, he was trying to mount Bess. Bess is like the size of a border collie. And he's a little tiny Yorkie. So what does Bess do? He jumps on the sofa and she stands with her backside to the sofa so she can. And I kept saying, no, you can't do that. And I used to pick him up and throw him out and shut caravan bottom off the door. And this woman come looking and I got him in my arms as it happened. Just for about the third or fourth time he'd been. And she says, oh, he's here. Just, I've been looking all over. Well, she said, I'm ever so sorry if it's bothering you. I said, it's bothering us because we hadn't realised our dog's in season. And she says, oh, I will try and keep him in. I said, oh, don't worry. She said, only trouble. She says, I'm worried that somebody might take him home with him. I thought, it's had crossed my mind. No, not really. I would never do that. But, yeah, I thought it was just so funny. So, but we had some fun. Well, that's what I said, Caroline. If the chips, they've got all details. I've got to get all, Harry's got to bring me in, actually. I took off. When we had Phoebe done, we had her done at vets in Worksop before we went to Scotland. When we got Rosie, we were in Spain, and we had her done at vets there. We didn't have to do anything. They gave us a tag at the same time as putting it in, and it was all done. It were all registered through vets. But now you have to there's something I have to send it off to where she's, whoever this company is that's got a chip. So to get it all sorted and get papers back. So it's all been done, it's all being done differently. It's all new to us because it's been a long time since we've had one. But with no pedigree, we don't want a pedigree. I've no intention of breeding with her. It's been a few years ago, I would have said I would have a litter off because when I had Miss Springers with Candy, I had a litter off her. Candy took Lucy out of the litter. Then Lucy, as she got older, I think she was about 18 months, 2 years old, I let her have a litter. It calms them down. Springer Spaniels are loopy, really loopy. But if they have a litter of pups, it does calm them down. So we had Lucy had a litter. Lucy had a litter, and we kept Lottie, but we didn't have a litter after her because we have to buy a bigger house or stop having pups. Oh my God! But anyway, Lottie never calmed down. She was dippy doolally, that dog. Absolutely crazy. But she was lovely. But it is a fact, if you've got a young dog, a little girl, when they get to about 2, if you can have a litter of pups, it really does quieten them down considerably. But the only trouble is then you've got to find reputable homes for them to go to. And when I think about that place, yeah. I wouldn't like to go back there again for any reason. So they can keep 15 quid for chip. But I don't know whether to report them or not now. For advertising them as chipped, and they're not, you know, I mean, they should have been, everything should have been done at 13 weeks old. But that thought she was lovely. She gave her a bit of a going over, a checking of this and that, and she says, does she eat all right? I said, you're joking, aren't you? She never stops. And she says, good, if she's eating all right, that's it. She weighed as she was 2.4 kilos, I think she were. I said, really, is she that? I think you're on a diet tomorrow. But you can hardly tell you've got older. Yeah, that's how I feel, Tracy. And I mean, you might get somebody that's sort of like we did it. We did it twice for the dog's benefit and not for any other reason. We didn't give them away. We sold them, obviously, because if you start giving them to different people that you don't know what's happening with them. But if people have to buy them, then, you know, you don't know they're going to at least take care of them. The only one that I regretted was the last one we sold on the second litter was Benji. He was a little boy, and he was 4 months that time we got him. Well, we'd still got him, and this was all before microchipping, and there were none of that then. They were Kennel Club registered, but they were not. There were no microchipping as such then. And I was getting a bit panicked because Lottie would have been coming into season. Now, Lottie was his sister. And I thought, we can't be. We've got 3 bitches here all coming into season at some stage and a dog. We can't do it. You can't keep them separate. How can you, you know? So eventually we did get a guy come. And I didn't really take to him very much, but I was thinking, well, we're not getting many takers. And he's, you know, I mean, he seemed all right, genuine enough, like, but it went until he got him in car. And he put him in car, he paid us money and that, and he put him in car and get her from there, stop jumping about. And I thought, oh my God, oh, that poor dog. And I wanted him back. But bloke got in his car and drove off and stuff. Good grief, what have we done? And he's the only one ever I've regretted selling. But we'd very little choice. But I wish we could have stopped him having him. I didn't like him. There was just something about him. It's strange. But you just don't know people, do you? At all. So this next week, I'm going to carry on with the project I've got started that I'm not telling anybody about. That needs finishing. I've got a couple more things I want to get done. And then I'm going to be sending a couple of packages out to different places. But at the moment, as I say, I'm just going to start working my way in slowly. Yeah. Just going to work my way slowly and get back into things because it's, as I say, I'm not 100%. I'm getting tired very quickly. Harry left me in bed about 10 o'clock. He left me in bed about 10 o'clock this morning. But I'm not even reading at bedtime now. I always had 20 minutes, half an hour with a book. In fact, about many nights I fell asleep with light on, my glasses on, and book on the floor. Not heard it drop. I woke up in the morning and seen light on and I've gone, glasses off, with my book on the floor. Oh dear. But yeah, I'm just so very tired quickly at the minute, and I think I think I need a holiday, Jane, don't you? Mind you, we can't go anywhere at the minute because Flossie Pants says she's got to go again in a fortnight for a second vaccination, and then she should be done. They gave me a worming tablet for her, which I'm going to give her tomorrow. I think she's had enough done today with that. And she said, oh, you'd not have to do it today. So you can leave it and do it whenever you like. So I said, well, I want to get it done because I want to be sure she's not got worms. Because she was very greedy, but she did feel, yes. Oh, yeah, I'm trying and I'm working on him. I just think she's had enough done to her today, and I'm going to crush them up and see if she'll take it, eat it in a dinner. But I've bought some dry dog food. Paul swears by dry dog food with Sasha, and he says he puts it down in a dish, make sure she's got water, and then she just eats it when she wants some water, soaks it up. That's your daddy. You're going to get him. Go and get Daddy, Rosie. Oh, Rosie. Poppy. You're going to get Daddy, Poppy? No, she says. I'm sleeping. They'll get me in trouble. I'll gin you. You will. I don't know. We're falling out over her. I want to know you whether I want to. But she loves going out in the garden, Mary. She's throwing a ball and she'll fetch it back. Drop it. Not exactly where you want it to, but she will drop it. And then you squeak it, this squeaky. And she runs and she dives on it and she just runs over head over heels with ball. She's lovely. But if you leave it too long, she starts digging all in the garden. So you've got to constantly be picking ball up and chuck it to squeak it so she's looking at you and then chuck it. Otherwise, we're going to have a golf course on the garden. A potting, what they call it, putting green. I think Harry's been trying to get last bit of mowing done because we had a thunderstorm come over last night. And as it turned out, it didn't really amount to much, but we got some heavy rain. Deer rumbling in the background, and it had forecast it. But I'm saying to her, I hate thunder and lightning. Not frightened, it didn't bother me like that, but I just hate it. I'm better if I can be walking out in it. I won't get wet through. I love getting soaked through to the skin in rain. When it's really bouncing, I love it. Of course, I can't do that anymore. Not good for my health. Yeah, this food Harry got actually isn't supposed to, it's not puppy food per se, but it's like Aldi's own brand, but it's the pouches. And it's just like meat and jelly. And she's eating it, but funnily enough, I put her some down for tea. And it's first time she's not finished it. It's first time she's not eaten it and finished it. But I've only been, because it says on the box, an adult dog with this dog food, 5 pouches a day. No way. An adult dog, 5 pouches of food a day. There's only about 10, 12 bloody pouches in box. 2 days worth. But as I said, we went in Wilko's to have a look round, and I forgot what we were looking for. Oh, we wanted another little bowl for her. What kind? She did. We got a little toy poodle. There she is. Did we disturb you? I'm sorry. Are you sleepy, baby? She's so good. Oh yeah. I don't know. She's so loving. Well, that's what we've got, a little toy poodle. We'll lay down there then with Mummy. On Mummy's legs. All right. Okay. Have I got you right now? Can I put my legs straight? Does it matter? No, it don't matter. Oh, she's a funny ossity. She likes to get on my legs when my legs are together, but even though she's not very heavy, it's uncomfortable for me. But I'm just put her in between my legs on me. She likes to recline a bit. Takes after Rosie for that, definitely. But she's not keen on being brushed. She's I do brush her, and I brush her every day because I want to. All right, honey Jewel, thanks for coming in. I'm boring you all to death, really, aren't I? And that's what Ariel said. Thank you, boring them all to death. You take care, sweetheart. Night, night. Is she needs to be brushed daily because of a coat. I don't want her matting. So while we were out, in fact, I think it was while we were in Wilko's, I got a slicker brush. And it's those like with the slanted metal pins. Not like this. This is not a slicker brush, it's a metal brush. But it's got the white bits on tips. But a slicker brush breaks them down to make them so that they don't mat together. And that's what I've been using, and she's fine with it. But we got a slicker brush yesterday, but it's better when, apparently, now I didn't know this either, you're not supposed to brush a dog's coat dry. You're supposed to spritz it. Otherwise, you're going to start pulling clumps out, apparently. It makes them worse for shedding. What's Caroline, what's your little dog breed? Is she a what do they call it, Lasso or something? Or I don't know what they call it now. What breed is she, Lily? Oh, right, yeah, we're so very similar then, aren't they, really? Because I reckon she's definitely toy poodle, a cavapoo. Yeah, she's a bagapoo at the minute. No, she's not. But she's, we were trying to work this out. This is how cracked as our conversation get. If she's crossed between a poodle and a Shih Tzu, you start putting combinations together. Poo shit, shit poo. Oh, oh dear. Shih Tzu. Oh, blame. Can't call them that. Shitty poo. Can you hear him? What he called you? Oh, let me get it. Oh my goodness. It was 60 poodle. She's not amused. Oi, are you kicking? It's my chair. She's lovely. She is. Oh, well, I hate to say this, ladies, but I'm getting a little bit breathless. Hi, Janet. Bless you. You've just missed the whole fun. Laugh myself till I can't breathe. I'll just give you a quick glimpse of what we've been doing, talking about tonight. Here, Janet, there, look. That's my new fur baby. We got her on Friday. And she's lovely. Oh. Well, don't worry. I am actually going to close now because I'm getting a little bit. Oh, Poppy, that's her name, Poppy. I'm getting a lot breathless now, and I'm going to have to get back on me. I used my nebulizer earlier actually to try and avoid it. Oh, I remember you coming on before, Martina. Well, hopefully next week I might get a chance to. I will do that, Laura. I'll try and get a quiz put together for us next week. Okay, cheers, everybody. Thank you all for coming in. It's only been a quickie, really, but yeah, if we can, I'm going to try and talk him into maybe first week in September after kids go back from school, go back to school. How old am I? I am 67. I am creeping up to 68. I'll be 68 just before Christmas, if I'm lucky. Right, so I'm going to say good night then. Thank you all very, very much for coming. I've really enjoyed speaking to you all, but you can tell it's taking its toll on me. So, night, everybody. I'm glad you've met her. And oh, and I'm worn out already. So, speak to you all again soon. Bye bye for now. Night, everybody. Bye. Love you all.